Stigla mi je knjiga od Josipa Kumeričkog. Stigle su mi dvije ovakve knjige. Jedna je za mene, a jednu ću pokloniti Gradskoj knjižnici Split, pa tko želi čitati ovu knjigu može je naći u Gradskoj knjižnici Split danas od 2 sata pa dalje. I just finished my courses by Professor A.J. Hodge. 3 years I was listening. I have been listening. 3 years I have been listening lessons from A.J. Hodge. A.J. Hodge absolutely for me is the best professor in the world. And the result of that you heard, you listen now. This my free speech without writing, without looking in any text. And this my speech is something last, what is must show quality, but understanding and during listening some other, not only my professor, is very, very improvement. And I hope with times in the very near future, I will talk fluently, and I'm not. I hope I'm not long distance from that moment. And 3 years is passed like 1 minute, or you know that. You can also say that for your 3 years. But if I said 3 years ago, English is very, very difficult. I know what I know. It is enough. I have no time. It is a lot of time consuming. You must listen every day some hours. Everybody or professor say listen 15 minutes, listen, but A.J. Hodge said listen half hour every day or more is better. But I know that listening 15 minutes, half hour, it is nothing. I listen 2 hours courses by mobile in the working, and I listen in the evening TV, different TV, movie, and all that, and I lot of listen TED and other video. I try understand because in YouTube you can, or TED, you can repeat. TED, there is a text, transcript what people, author speak, and it is excellent for learning, listening and learning, because it is not enough that you listen. You must understand what you're listening, and for that it is important transcript, and it is important all lessons from my professor A.J. Hodge. First, listen, and after that read text, understand every word, understand, combine, read text and listen, listen voices talking, listen video, and after that only listen and listen again and again and again, same again and again, same sentence, same 2, 3, 4 short sentence again and again and again, and it is for me, it is learning. I'm not stop learning my English. Now I'm free. I'm take part from the movie and listen by walking, take part of TED, take other part of speeches, take part of English news, because there is a lot of content with English news and news on English with a transcript, and listen other speaker. News is special, interesting, because news is standard English, like in every country. Standard English is like water, without color, without sense, and without color, sense, and sense for nose. How we call sense for nose? Yeah, and that is like water. And the standard English is very, very fast, very, very clear, but because of the fastness, I must train to listen when some words start and when some words stop, because now it is all together for me. If I living in some native English country, if these 3 years I was excellent. I would be excellent speaker, and it is we not compare learning today out of native English speaking country. We have internet, we have video, YouTube, etc., but professor, teachers, but and we can talk with people. We can talk. We can have community in that courses what we go. We can speak, but we are really can speak with the native speaker. AJ Hodge, there is a website for Effortless English Club, and there is a lot of students, but all they are learners, students like me, and it is also very, very good speaking with no native speakers, absolutely, because I want to know, talk and pronounce and understand English on the level that I understand non-native people, because my courses would be bought by no native speaker, and on the forum I would talk with no native speaker, and it is important. But when I learn, when I listen, when I want to pronounce more and more, improve, pronounce like a native, very near native, goal is native, because when is our target is like native, it is the highest target what we can give yourself. And normal, this, after target like that, we would know, we would practice and training and we would that is possible. That is very possible that we would be on the level others students would learn like me, and what is not on what is not native speaker, and during that and talking with native speaker English is something what is very, very rare if you live out of native speaker country. Contrary, when you live in native speaker country, you are from the morning to the night, you speak with natives, you go out of house, speak on the work, speak in every contact, you speak with native speaker English, and live talking or talking or talking by online, but talking with native speaker is something excellent, because it is I said it is big difference than listening native speaker. I 3 years listening native speaker, but my pronounce is long distance from excellent, from ideal, because I don't speak with native speaker, and in the speaking in real time with native speaker, we imitate immediately. It is a natural process. It is automatic automation in our organism. It is automation of our brain. He won't imitate other side, and it is some automatic. And you imitate from the morning to night in contact, in live contact with native speaker. You imitate, and in some time you are like not native. Absolutely, you are like native. I saw, and I heard, I listened some people what was 3 years in America, in New York, and learn, listen, working there, and after that they open school in his country, school about accent, and they speak and pronounce excellent. Of course, I spoke about people who don't only listening and talking, but sit down at home and look at a dictionary. For example, I open Cambridge dictionary every day, and every word what I don't know pronounce, I write on the Cambridge dictionary, and I listen English and American, and it is better than Google Translator. I listen and Google Translator, but I listen in Cambridge dictionary. Very excellent pronunciation. Yeah, I don't know. It is not synthesizer. It is a man voice. But in Google Translate you have synthesizer. It is electronic voices after text. But in Cambridge dictionary it is people voices, native people voices. And it is very interesting. Same word, listen English pronounce and English native, United Kingdom English native and American native pronounce. So very, very interesting in that dictionary. And when you listen dictionary and you repeat, listen, repeat, listen, repeat, and if you in a country, in a native speaker country, and you go out, you speak with people, you go on conference, you go on the training, some, and lot of talking face to face, it is absolutely that in every age, years, no mind how old people is and how good earth they have, they would be very excellent, they would be native speaker. French and Deutsch is not difficult like English, because English, a lot of words, there is no connection with what your eyes see in that words, what we see in the alphabet, in characters of that, in textual format of word and pronounce format of word is big difference. In English, you jump lot of characters. You simple jump. You simply don't pronounce, and there is no rule. There is no rule for accent. Maybe in the prax, I now see some long word where they have accent and short word. Maybe there is, but there is no rule what can lecturer in the school, because rule is that there is no rule. But in French and German you have rule, and you only take prax by that rule. But advance of English in front of other languages is that all people need English. We need English. I said that English today is a new oil. With knowing English, you have job, you work on distance, you work in that country, in your country. It is something unbelievable how much English language we need. And because of that, his difficulties of English language compared with the other language is nothing, because we lot of use, we lot of need, we lot of practice in our job, in our life every day, practice and use English, and in the end we all will be very good English speaker.